to me and his channel.
What's up, it's your boy LOE Visuals. I'm back. Whenever y'all day going, hope y'all vibing, y'all chilling, y'all enjoying y'all day, y'all on a productive day. We back at it. Before I start, y'all smash the like button, smash the like button, smash the like button. On the road to 10K subscribers, hit that subscribe button, turn on post notifications on. Want to find me on any other platform? My link tree is in my bio. Follow my X at Visuals LOE. Follow my TikTok at LOE.Visuals. Follow my Facebook at LOE Visuals. So let's talk about it. So Shakur Stevenson says F the money and make the fight. And we know who he's talking about. He was talking about Oscar De La Hoya, referring to William Zepeda. He's trying to get that William Zepeda fight made. And, you know, it's a lot of talk has been happening, you know, about Turkey Al-Sheikh backtracking and, you know, pulling the money away from that fight. And, you know, now that fight is having to go to purse bid. And, you know, Shakur Stevenson, you know, just made it known that he doesn't care about the money. He just wants to make the fight happened. And, you know, that's kind of sad to see. You know, you got champions, big and challengers to fight them. Like, you know, this fight shouldn't even been that hard to make. But, you know, you basically got William Zepeda avoiding Shakur because, I mean, if you look at these writers and some of these articles they push out, you know, you would think, you know, Shakur is actually avoiding William Zepeda. You know, William Zepeda has ducked that man countless of times. And he's just getting a pass by, you know, the fans for what reason? Why is William Zepeda getting a pass? We didn't want him to fight Tevin Foreman for the second time. If we just being honest, I didn't care for it. You know, he had kids. So many excuses. He got more excuses than somebody that's about to turn themselves in for jail. Respectfully. It's too many excuses. You don't want to fight this kid because what? So then you got champions basically chasing challengers. William Zepeda isn't that hot of a commodity. And I really don't think he should get a shot because he's been ducking for so long. Now they missed out on the opportunity of getting a big bag because Turkey Al-Sheikh said, you know, he's withdrawing the money because most likely the fight will not happen in Saudi Arabia, so the money's not there. Now, I know that's a shock, you know. Feel like, you know, Turkey Al-Sheikh wasn't solid right there. That was not a solid move because, you know, you can't be promising stuff and then, you know, switch out when some, you know, because promised that man a bag for their fight and now it's not happening. So now Shakur is looking, you know, I'm pretty sure the purse bid, you know, the offer is going to be low. It's not going to be a substantial offer for him. So, you know, he's going to be put in a tough situation. So, you know, I told you my opinion about Shakur Stevenson. You know, I think he's a good fighter. You know, he might not be, you know, the best stylistically, but he's a good fighter. And I don't think he should get punished for it. And I think that's what people try to do. People trying to punish him because he doesn't do rock'em sock'em boxing, caveman boxing. And people don't like that. But I don't really mind it. You know, he's coming off a win against Josh Padley. William Zepeda's coming off the win against Tevin Foreman, which a lot of people thought was close again, crazy as that sound. You know, but we knew Tevin Foreman wasn't getting a decision in Cancun, Mexico. Why you think Oscar put the fight there? It's not getting no decision in Cancun. He's not. And Tevin, you know, he got on the mic and he understood that. You know, Tevin doesn't have a big promoter. He's not getting that type of decision against William Zepeda. And I'm really ready for, you know, William Zepeda to, you know, fight somebody of substance. Fight somebody that, you know, could pose a problem. Because in my opinion, I really do think he's one of the softest brawlers ever. You know, they say he throws a lot of punches, and I went to watch him. Might be the softest brawler I've ever seen in my life. Respectfully. I just don't see it. I think he makes quick, easy work with William Zepeda. And if he don't, you know, Shakur, he's gonna be called a fraud. You know, they're gonna kick him to the curb quick. You know, that's why I'm telling him, like, you know, if I'm Shakur, bro, I'm just fighting to win. Cause, you know, if I win, it's a complaint. If I lose, I'm gonna get kicked to the curb. So, I would definitely just fight to win and not worry about what the fans had to say. I would fight whoever I wanted to fight because I'm not going to get credit regardless. So I would just fight whoever, and, that's how I would go about it. But Oscar, Oscar's basically making his guys duck, and I don't know why they becoming such hot commodities. Somebody, got mad because I called Virgil Ortiz a hype job, or, I didn't think Virgil Ortiz is not that good. I don't think he's that good. I thought he lost that Sergey Boychuk fight. I did. A lot of people thought he won against Israel Madrimov. Okay, that's respectable, but I don't think, a guy that's scared to challenge for a title is respectable. You got two guys from Golden Boy, and I call them the Golden Girls, Virgil Ortiz and William Zepeda, scared to fight champions. Bakram, Mercezelov want to fight Virgil Ortiz. Shakur is trying to fight William Zepeda. Why are two challengers from Golden Boy scared to fight the champions? It looks away. Virgil Ortiz has a free title shot right there. But you want to call out Sebastian, Earl Spence. We don't want to see Earl Spence and Virgil Ortiz. He got a title shot right there. That's what we want to see. And I don't think the sanctioning bodies will make that fight. So it's going to be hard to get Earl Spence in there. He's talking about some no tune-ups. You're going to have to take a tune-up. If somebody wants to take you serious early, you have to take a tune-up. Am I going to let you in the ring, after 2 years? No, it's not going to happen. So, you got Golden Boy fighters avoiding champions, trying to big their name up off these champions. Like, all these champions scared to fight me. But these champions are calling them out. It looks away. And boxing has got so bad that, you can't even notice that challengers are avoiding champions. How long has William Zepeda been the interim champion? At 35? Virgil Ortiz, you're just gonna parlay around 54 and not fight a champion. I think Oscar knows those guys aren't that good. So he's basically just trying to cash out on them, respectfully. He's trying to cash out on those guys, keep them safe. And then for the biggest fight possible, then, we'll see him lose. But he's trying to protect those guys with all he can. Those are basically, his few investments he have left as far as fighters. But I don't think Shakur, should let this deter him. If you want to get the fight made, you want to take the low ball offer, you're gonna really have to beat him. Cause you're gonna get flat, you're gonna get criticized if it's close, if he lands some punches. So my goal, my advice for Shakur, just keep winning. Keep your head down, keep winning. And eventually they can't deny you. But, I'm not shocked about this at all. This is just a tactic. I see it, why would Oscar put his guys in there when, you see all the articles, it's basically blaming these champions for not fighting Virgil Ortiz and William Zepeda when they're ducking these champions. They just, the articles don't look like this, so why would Oscar, rush out there to do that? But, let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Make sure y'all smash the like button, smash the like button, smash the like button. Roll to 10K subscribers. Hit that subscribe button. Turn on post notifications on. Or find me on any other platform. My link tree is in my bio. Follow my X at Visual. Follow my TikTok at LOE.Visual. Follow my Facebook at LOE Visual. I love you guys so much, so much, so much, so much, so much. I'm out.